This race is brought to you in part by Kraft Levi Mac and Cheese. It's the cheesiest. Be sure to watch out for the number 22 out there today. Hello race fans, the NASCAR SEGA Cup Series is back after a brief hiatus, and we're here at Pocono Raceway getting ready for the GoBowling.com 400. Now, after a pretty intense race last week, we now have a tie for the points lead. Cody Llamas and Dillon Young are now both tied for the points lead, and Cody Llamas, he's looking to extend that points lead today as he starts in second place. Now, Dillon Young, he's going to start the race from midfield, so he's going to have to pass some cars and hope to try to keep that points lead. On the pole, we have Shaun Gallighan in the 21, and right behind him is actually the Kraft Mac and Cheese Mobile itself, driven by Levi McIntyre. Let's get a quick view of that number 22. The additional sponsorship for this race is indeed that 22 car. What kind of racing will we see here as we're about just seconds away from those famous words in motorsports?
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Get a rhythm. Get ready to rock and roll today. It's a long race. There will be a lot of pit stops. So just go out there, do what you got to do. No mistakes. That's the big thing today. Just no mistakes.
And the cars are slowly rolling off pit road. Here is your starter lineup for the GoBowling.com 400. Shaun Gallighan looking for his first SEGA Cup Series victory since Season 1. He has a prime starting spot at a track like this. Right beside Levi McIntyre in the 48 is Joshua Mudd. He's looking to get his second winner of the season here today. Dylan Pulte, he's a two-time Pocono winner. He starts 5th, running his serious colors on his number 10. And James Silverfox, he's still looking for his first win from Red Bull Racing. Anyway, the pace car makes its way off the track. Shaun Gallighan, Cody Llamas, Joshua Mudd, and Levi McIntyre are our top 4 as the green flag is now out. And it looks like McIntyre didn't really get a good start there. And Joshua Mudd, he immediately moved to the inside right behind Shaun Gallighan. And he's already trying to challenge Gallighan for the lead. Wow, the 48 is not wasting any time right now. 48 trying to stay on the inside of the 21, but I think Gallighan got the run on the outside. He hasn't quite cleared the 48 yet, and Joshua Mudd makes his move. Now he will take the lead away from the 21. Now Cody Llamas, he's going to challenge Gallighan for second. And here comes Silver Fox now. trying to represent for Toyota here today as he takes away 3rd place. Now here comes Tim Fiegel passing his teammate for the 5th position, and it looks like Joshua Mudd will lead the first lap. Almost a 3-wide battle for the 4th position. Tim Fiegel and Dillon Young along with Garett Snydor in the 16. Garett Snydor also trying to get his 2nd race of the season. He hasn't won since Martinsville. And here comes Chris Washer, our winner from Loudon. He wants to try to make a statement here. And here comes Danny Wells on the inside of Lyndon Wright. Oh man, we got 3 Everham cars trying to get in the top 10 here today. And here comes the 4th one right now, James McCloud. Oh man, all the Everham cars are in the top 15 right now. Now we see Ian Dutta sporting some new colors. He's running the U.S. Army number 14. He's getting around Charles Jackson right now. James Silverfox, he just made a pass for 2nd place around Shaun Gallighan, and Cody Llamas, he's dropped back to the 4th position now. Right now, he's racing alongside his teammate Garett Snydor for the 5th position as we see Pote trying to defend from his teammate and Chris Washer. But Chris Washer, he's trying to get that inside advantage, but I don't think he'll get it this time. And I'm lagging a little bit. Hopefully it goes away. But right now, no one has anything to say towards Joshua Mudd right now. He's just running away with that lead. James Silva is going to have to do whatever he can to chase him down, as well as Shaun Gallighan. Let's head further back to see who we see. There's Alex Drayton now. Hopefully he doesn't come in contact with Dillon Young again like he did it last week at Indianapolis. Right now he's in front of James Qualls and behind James McCloud. He's stuck in a James and James sandwich right now on the inside line. Headed back out to the front, we're having another battle for 2nd place. Shaun Gallighan easily takes it away from Silver Fox. Now here comes Garett Snydor now. He's trying to make a move on the 82, running his Ortho Fire Ant Killer on his number 16. Cody Llamas, the co-points leader, he's dropped back to the 5th position. Now he's trying to get challenged by Chris Washer. Can't quite make a move this time, as we now see Tim Fiegel going on the inside of Lyndon Wright in his Twisted T-Paint scheme. Tim Fiegel trying to do whatever he can to stay in the top 10. Right now he's running 8th. But the more that these guys go side by side, the more that they're not gonna catch Joshua Mudd. Ever since the first lap, Joshua Mudd has not looked back from the lead at all. Right now, no competition for the 48 car. As we head further back, there's last week's winner, Ryan Acosta from the Brickyard. Right now he's running behind William Duncan in the 6, who finished 3rd place, I believe. Right now, Ryan Acosta running his pedigree colors. He was being pushed by Pichu London, but now Pichu, he now goes to the inside of the 38 for position. And we have to see what happened to McIntyre, because I don't see the 22 anywhere. And no man, McIntyre, he's dropped all the way back to 33rd. Oh man, I don't know what happened to the 22 there, but right now the 22 is not running good at all. He may have had a problem. I don't know. He's being pushed by his teammate, and now here comes Seth Cole coming up on the inside of him. Oh man, not a good day for McIntyre here today at Pocono. Back up at the front, still all about Joshua Mudd. Now Garett Snydor, he's broken away in 2nd place, trying to catch up to the 48. Shaun Gallighan, he's almost by his lonesome in 3rd, and we just had a battle for 4th place between Silver Fox and Cody Llamas. They're battling for 4th. Chris Washer is now running in 6th. 7th now is Dillon Young. 8th is Lyndon Wright. 9th is Tim Fiegel. And rounding out the top 10 is James Qualls. James Qualls, he's looking to get his 2nd victory. He did win earlier this season at Richmond, and he would love to get another win. As right now in the points, Qualls, he sits 23rd. So he's really not doing that well, but another win could possibly help him get into the chase if he could get up there. And oh boy, they're running 3 wide back here between Alex Drayton, Ian Dutta, and William Duncan in the 6. William Duncan, after that impressive third place running last week, he jumped up to 12th in standings, but he still doesn't have a win. If he could somehow get into the top 10 in standings, he could try to go for his second consecutive championship. But oh man, now here comes Jessica Shelton on the inside. She's on the charge, running a new Budweiser paint scheme. That's not the primary one. It's just a variant of it. As you can see, the difference on the roof of the car. Jessica Shelton trying to move to the inside of William Duncan, but can't quite do it yet this lap. As we're now on lap 8. And oh man, we just had a lead change. I didn't even get to see it. But Garett Snydor, he's made his way around Joshua Mudd. Right now, the only car to challenge the 48 is the 16 out of Roush. Garett Snydor better hang on to that lead. Right now, he sits 31st in standings. Joshua Mudd sits 28th in standings. Both of these guys are low in the standings, but oh boy, now here comes Joshua Mudd trying to fight back for his lead. They're trying to go side by side. This is a chance for Shaun Gallighan to catch back up to both cars, but he has no help right now. He could get some help from the 82 of Silver Fox, but I'm not sure. Chris Washer, he still sits in 5th, but he's under fire between Cody Llamas and Lyndon right now in the 17 and 24. And here comes someone that we haven't talked about all race long, who just made his way into the top 10. That's Kyle Mathews running a little retro paint scheme there. That's Prolong OTC on that number 31. Trying to represent for RCR today. He's finally gotten into the top 10. Now we see teammates trying to work together now. James McCloud and Dylan Poteet. But here comes Jessica Shelton. She wants to get into the top 10 for the first time today. And right now, it's just a back and forth battle between Garett Snydor and Joshua Mudd. Joshua Mudd led the last lap. And oh man, he's coming down pit road. Oh boy, green flag pit stops are happening right now. And Joshua Mudd, he's the first to come down. Snydor stays out, so that will help him keep the lead. Shaun Gallighan stays out. Lyndon Rice stays out, along with William Duncan, Pichu London, Cole Dalley, Alex Drayton, Danny Wells. Lots of guys stayed out. There's Stephen Pollard III right now working on the high side of Shawn Henley. And here comes Dillon Young running his Reds Apple Ale Wicked paint scheme on his number 2. And here comes Joseph Lombard. Lately, Joseph, he hasn't been really doing good as of late, but he still sits 4th in standing, so he's still in contention for a championship. Our Season 1 champion right now, still trying to work on getting around Dillon Young. Can't quite do it yet. Here comes Sky Commons running his Monster Energy paint scheme. And here comes the winner the last time we were here, Zach Hamlin. He's getting behind Dougie Shears, and I believe he's coming down pit road this time by. All the leaders are. Yep, no one's choosing to stay out this time. Everyone's coming down. No one's trying to stretch it this early. And the pit window is between 9 to 10 laps. So this race may come down to fuel strategy if we don't have a caution. Let's go to the pit. Let's go to the pit lane camera. As we now see Shaun Gallighan entering his pit. And oh boy, there's some contact on pit road between a couple of drivers, but hopefully that won't really affect them as much. As we now see Shaun Gallighan getting his service, he's getting left side tires done, and Garett Snydor, he's already out of the pits. And there goes Gallighan, and here comes William Duncan, Lyndon Wright, and Cole Dalley. But oh boy, Joshua Mudd, he's already past the front straightaway and into turn 1. And once again, the 48 gets around the 16. So after pit stop, Joshua Mudd will emerge as the leader. Second will be Garett Snydor. Third will be Gallighan. Fourth will be Kyle Mathews. Oh man, he's on a charge in that 31 car. Fifth now, well, we actually have a battle for fifth between James Silverfox and Jessica Shelton. That puts Silverfox back in 6th. 7th now is Chris Washer. 8th, William Duncan. 9th, Lyndon Wright. Rounding out the top 10 and now is James McCloud. The rest of the top 15 are Tim Fiegel, Cole Dalley, Pichu London, Cody Llamas, and James Qualls. So pit stops have definitely jumped up the field quite a bit, but Joshua Mudd, he's still the guy in charge at the moment. Heading in the turnaround right now, he has no competition. As we head to the back of the field, there's Charles Sandfer. Oh man, not a good run for the 07. Right now he sits 16th in standings. He really needs another win. And then there's Dakota Hughes, Gonzalez and Sky Commons. Oh man, Sky Commons, he must have lost a lot of spots because he's running all the way back here. He must have been the one. He must have been one of the cars that that collided in pit road with someone because he lost a ton of spots. Head back to the front. It's still all about Joshua Mudd and Garett Snydor together, but now we're about to have a third place battle between Kyle Mathews and Jessica Shelton. Jessica Shelton, she's trying to get her second win of the season. Right now, she sits 6th in standings. Remember, she won back at the second Daytona race, and she gets around Mathews for the third place. So that 4 car is on a charge right now. Gallighan right now all by himself in 5th place. No help from Silver Fox at the moment, who still runs 6th. And oh man, we got a small pack right here. 7th is William Duncan. 8th is McCloud. 9th is Fiegel. And now 10th is Chris Washer. And now here comes Cole Dalley now on the inside. Cole Dalley, he finished 2nd place here the last time we were here to Zach Hamlin. And right now, he's working on trying to get around Chris Washer for position. That's to try to get into the top 10. And he's also working to try to pass Tim Fiegel as well. Cole Dalley trying to get up there with his Hendrick Racing teammate. And he has one more teammate back here in Lyndon Wright in the 24. Let's ride on board with the 24. Lyndon Wright trying to work that inside line, trying to catch Chris Washer, and he's all over the back bumper as Tim Fiegel. He got to run on the outside to get around the 20 car. But I don't know if Lyndon Wright's gonna make a move on the 20 in the tunnel turn, and he can't quite do it. He's actually getting passed on the inside by Cody Llamas. So Lyndon Wright, he just lost a spot there. Heading back up front to the leaders, and oh man, Jessica Shelton, she and Kyle Mathews have caught up to Garett Snydor now. Jessica Shelton makes her way into 2nd place, but Kyle Mathews, he's really trying to get around the 4 car, can't quite do it yet this turn. All these guys, all these 3 are trying to battle it out for 2nd place, but while that's happening, Joshua Mudd, he's just running away with the lead. He almost has a 2-second lead over Jessica Shelton, but don't count out that 4 car yet. Jessica Shelton won at Daytona, and Joshua Mudd won at Kansas. Both of these drivers trying to look for their 2nd wins of the seasons, as well as Garett Snydor in the 16. Kyle Mathews, he is yet to win yet this season in the 31. I believe the last person to put the 31 car in victory lane was actually Eric Burden in last season's Daytona 500. So Kyle Mathews, he's really trying to give a win to RCR here today, but he just lost 3rd place to Garett Snydor. And oh man, these 3 guys, they're catching the 48. Slowly but surely, they're catching the 48. But like I said, this race may come down to pit strategy once it's all over. As we head back to the 2nd pack now, Cole Dalley leads it running in 7th place. Pichu London is now 8th. 9th is now William Duncan. And 10th is still James McCloud. He's got his teammate Tim Fiegel right behind him. Now we see Shawn Henley in the 25 trying to catch up to Cody. Shawn Henley out of Twinix Racing. Right now he's the highest running Twinix car at the moment. Now back here we see Sega Motorsports teammates trying to work together here. Trent Dunham ahead in the Sonic Boom colors, and James Qualls running the Juicy Fruit colors. Right behind him is Stephen Pollard III running new colors for his Furniture Row 78. Excuse me. Stephen Pollard the third, he's trying to make his presence known. After Indianapolis, he got taken out in a late race accident, but he's trying to stay in the top 20 here, I believe. Right now, the ticker says he's running in the 18th position as he's trying to get around both of the Sega cars, but with the help of Poteet, he's trying to get there. And we see Joshua Collar back here at the edge of the top 20. He wants to try to stay up there to get a decent finish in the 43. Heading back up to the front, and oh man, these 3 have caught Joshua Mudd, and Jessica Shelton, she is hungry for that lead. Joshua Mudd, he better do some defensive driving in that 48. Shelton trying to look to the inside. Can't quite do it just yet. As I said before, 3 out of these 4 cars are trying to look for their second wins. Kyle Mathews is the only one without a win yet. Let's go to the rear camera of Joshua Mudd to see how close Jessica Shelton is closing in. And oh boy, just as soon as I say that, she's moving to the inside. So no sense of going to the rear camera now. As Shelton, she's trying to challenge the 48 for the lead. And I believe she's cleared the 48 out of turn 3. And indeed she does. But don't count out Garett Snydor just yet. Garett Snydor is now moving to the inside as Jessica Shelton now leads the lap. But don't forget, these guys are going to have to come down pit road later on. And oh man, we already got some takers coming down pit road. So the leaders, they're trying to stretch it out one more lap as Garett Snydor, he takes the lead back again from the 4. Now we have Kyle Mathews trying to move to the inside of Joshua Mudd, but it seems like that the 31 can't get out of 4th place. I'm trying to see if anyone else stayed out. Cole Dalley stayed out, Pichu London stayed out, Gallighan stayed out, Duncan stayed out, and McCloud. So a few guys came down pit road, but now the question is, which one of these guys are going to come down pit road this time by? And it looks like Garett Snydor, he's going to stretch it out just a few laps more. And the other 3 are as well. It looks like Garett Snydor, he's trying to run away with the lead. Now we see Alex Ferranti, Michael Norman, they're leaving pit road. They're going to get put a lap down, as well as Poteet, Fiegel, and as well as Collard in the 43. The four leaders already put some cars a lap down, but don't forget, these guys are going to have fresher tires and fuel. And I don't know, this may be strategy for some of these guys. I don't know. They're trying to catch Silver Fox to put him a lap down, but they can't quite do it yet. Snydor still hangs on to that lead, but right behind him is Mudd, Mathews, and Shelton. I believe they're all going to come down this time by. Let's see. Yes, they are. The 4 leaders are now coming down. Snydor, Mudd, Mathews, and Shelton are all coming in. And here comes Dalley, London, Gallighan as well as Duncan, Pollard the 3rd, Wright, and Henley. All leaders are coming down, but now the question is, who's gonna be working to get their laps back? I don't know. We're gonna have to head to the pit road cameras to see. If I can find it. There it goes. We are now under 10 laps to go. So far, we haven't had a single caution. This is a pretty straightforward race. Come down the pit strategy and great racing. And there goes Snydor, Mathews, Mudd, and Shelton leaving their pits. And now here comes Cole Dalley in London as well. And there's Gallighan leaving his pit, along with Duncan, Pollard the 3rd, Wright, and many others. And here comes the other speeding cars coming by, and leading them is Silver Fox. So let's go on board with Silver Fox to see where he ends up. Silver Fox makes his way around Pollard the 3rd, and I think he's gonna try to chase down Joshua Mudd, but I don't think he can do it. There's Mudd right there. There's Mathews. There's Shelton, and there is Garett Snydor, and our leader right now is actually Ron Acosta, last week's winner. He stayed out. And Dillon Young, he also stayed out as well. But since both of them are taking their pit stops, they're no doubt going to lose the lead. And oh boy, we got a car blowing up. And it's Jessica Shelton. Oh no. Oh no, the 4 has blown up, and Jessica Shelton had a really good race car. But unfortunately, her chances of winning this race are over, and she better stay low. She better stay low off the racetrack to avoid getting hit. Oh man, checking on Ron Acosta and Dillon Young because they were the leaders, but then a disappointing upset for Jessica Shelton, and that's really got to hurt her. I mean, she's 6th in points, and no other driver has dropped out of the race, so she's gonna finish 42nd here today. And that has really got to hurt for the Ford team. Anyway, heading back up to the leaders, it's still all about Garett Snydor. Jessica Shelton at the time was running in 2nd place, trying to catch the 16, but I think something happened on the last pit stop to ruin to ruin that. So Kyle Mathews right now, it's up to him to catch the 16th if he can get some help from Joshua Mudd, who's now back in 3rd place. 4th now is teammate Cole Dalley. 5th now is Pichu London. 6th, Shaun Gallighan. 7th, William Duncan. 8th is James Silverfox. 9th now is Dillon Poteet. And rounding out the top 10 is Stephen Pollard III. Not a bad run for the 78 and only his 2nd start. He would love to get a top 10 finish here at Pocono. Joshua Mudd in the 48. He's been dominating this race, but Garett Snydor, he's gonna try to come and spoil the party. White flag is out, and oh man, we got cars coming down pit road. So some cars are running out of fuel, and some cars are leaving pit road. So these guys better be careful. Joshua Mudd still with the lead, but Garett Snydor, he gets a good run out of turn 1. He's trying to chase down the 48. He does have enough speed right now, but I don't think it may be too little too late for the 16. He still has 2 turns left to make a move. If he needs to get a run, now's his chance, and he did get a run. He's moving to the inside of the 48. This is Snydor's last chance. Can he do it? Snydor is now on the inside of the 48, and he almost clears him. He has cleared the 48, coming out of turn 3 for the final time. But here comes Mathews. But Snydor, he's blocking both lanes. Garett Snydor, he will win here at Pocono, and he takes the GoBowling.com 400. Garett Snydor makes a move on the last lap pass, and he captures his 2nd win of the season. And no doubt that will definitely help him out to try to get in the championship. Garett Snydor gets it done here for Roush here. Kyle Mathews got to give it up for him. Kyle Mathews for RCR, he takes home 2nd place. Joshua Mudd drops back to 3rd. This was his race to win, but he couldn't block the fast coming 16 in time. Cole Dalley ends up 4th. Hendrick Motorsports right now is 3rd and 4th. And running out the top 5 is Pichu London. Some cars couldn't make it on fuel, but luckily all of these guys could. And Garett Snydor, he is the guy in charge here today, and he has won here at Pocono. Go Bowling Com 400. I'll just call it that. And this race is in the books. Garett Snydor capitalizes on a last lap pass on Joshua Mudd in the final turn to capture his 2nd win of the season here in the NASCAR SEGA Cup Series. Kyle Mathews came so close, but he'll have to settle for 2nd place. Joshua Mudd ends up 3rd. Cole Dalley 4th. Pichu London rounds out the top 5. And how about Stephen Pollard the 3rd? He manages 6th place from where he started. William Duncan ends up 7th. Pole sitter Shaun Gallighan ends up 8th. 9th is James McCloud. And rounding out the top 10 is Shawn Henley. Oh man, that might give Shawn Henley a close chase in the points lead behind Cody Llamas. I'm not sure. Let's see. 11th we have Trent Dunham. 12th is Linda Wright. Co-points leader Cody Llamas ends up 13th. 14th is James Qualls. Running out the top 15 is Danny Wells. Last week's winner at Indianapolis, Ryan Acosta, ends up 16th. Rohit Vadarevu, he started at the back. He ends up with a top 20 finish. A good run for the 39. Teammate Ian Dutta ends up 18th. Charles Jackson is 19th. And rounding out the top 20 is Jackie Tang. Let's see. Alex Drayton, Zach Hamlin, co-points leader Dillon Young. He's not going to be the points leader after this race now. Derek Engel and Joseph Lombard round out the top 25. Then we have Steven Gonzalez, Noah Box, Charles Sandfer, Dougie Shears, and Joshua Collard. That rounds out the top 30. Then we have Dillon Poteet, James Silverfox, Tim Fiegel, Seth Cole, and Chris Washer. I believe they had to come down pit road, but they stayed on the lead lap. Then we have Zachary Fitzwater. He was the last car actually running on the lead lap. And then those cars that came off of pit road who were a lap down were Michael Norman, Alex Ferranti, Dakota Hughes, Sky Commons, and Levi McIntyre. Then Jessica Shelton, she had a broken clutch. She was in prime contention to win this race, but unfortunately it doesn't happen. She ends up dead last, and that'll really hurt her in the points. But here's one guy who won't be complaining about today, though. Garett Snydor in the number 16. The rookie gets his second win of the season. He's a winner at Martinsville, and now he's a winner at the Tricky Triangle Pocono. Well, that does it here for Sega. It's time to get back underway with ARCA and the Truck Series. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more races and to see who's gonna get in for the third season championships. Congratulations one last time to Garett Snydor for winning the GoBowling.com 400, and we'll see you next time.